Hello, my name is Paul Furman. I'm with AJF Engineering and Inspections. I'm a certified home inspector in the state of Arizona. Today we're going to talk about inspecting foam roofs. In Arizona, when you have what they call a flat roof or a low slope roof, one of the products that they use is what they call a foam roof. And basically the way this is constructed is they take polyurethane foam and they spray it directly on top of the roof deck. Now you see how even this roof is? When they shoot that foam out, of course it expands, and they do it very nicely so that it all comes up evenly, kind of like a billiard table or whatever. So you would look to make sure that you don't have any big humps and stuff like that in the foam. That would be a problem. Now the foam is supposed to be at least an inch thick. In order to determine how thick the foam is, you would actually have to probe it, and we don't probe that, so there's not any way for a home inspector to determine how thick the actual foam is. Now the foam itself you'll see it at the Home Depot. You would spray it around your windows or whatever. It's a sealant, and it expands, and it's yellow, and it's not resistant to the sun. The sun would basically destroy it over a very short period of time. So what they do is they apply an elastomeric coating, a white coating. It could be yellow, it could be different colors, but that coating is applied to the foam to protect it from the sun. Now the coating will typically last between maybe 2 and 10 years, depending on the quality of that actual coating. You can put it on thicker, you can use better materials. All that's going to factor in on how long that coating is going to last. So one of the things we look for is the coating itself in good shape. Now this one looks like it's been fairly recently recoated. I don't see any missing coating. I don't see any exposed foam anywhere. We do have some evidence of what we call water ponding. These brown spots here are where the water is collecting in low spots, and because it's a low spot and then it evaporates, it leaves behind the brown residue. So that's telling me that there's been some water ponding here. And over here you actually have standing water on the roof, which indicates that you definitely have a water ponding problem. Now, you are allowed a certain amount of water ponding. The registered contractor says it should be dry, I think in 48 hours. It can't be more than a certain size. Typically in Arizona when we inspect, it's hard to inspect when it's recently rained because we don't get a whole lot of rain here. So we look for any evidence of the water ponding to tell us whether it looks like this roof is holding any water. So we're going to make sure our penetrations, these here, sometimes they come undone. These are vents where the duct from exhaust fans or your dryer vents exhaust. So you have to be able to allow that air to get out, but you don't want to get any water in. So they put these chuck wagon vents there. This one over here, this is typically for a kitchen duct because it's so big. So we want to make sure that's all intact. We've got a skylight here. I'm looking for any cracking or deterioration in the surface of the skylight, and that looks to be in pretty good shape. Debris is going to be an enemy of the roof because clearly this is where your water is supposed to drain out here. If you've got this right here, then you're going to end up with a lake in your roof here, which is going to make it more likely to leak or to have any structural problems due to the weight of that water that's on there. So you want to make sure all your debris is cleaned off. Sometimes you'll get bubbles and blisters in the foam roof. This one looks to be in pretty good shape. A blister is where you get like a bubbled area like this. If you put your hand on your foot on it, it goes up and down, but I don't see any issues with that here on this roof.